Cleveland is on fire. Cleveland is on fire right now. Huh? What's happening? The Gardos is rolling. The Cleveland Guardians is rolling. Yeah, the Cleveland Guardians is rolling. The Cavs in a little hole. I ain't gonna lie, the Cavs is in a little hole right now. The issue with the Cleveland Cavaliers right now being 0-2 in a series against the Pacers right now, it's tough. There's a lot of injuries right now. Darius Garland with the toe, Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, those are big losses. But, you know, I'll give you the good news. The good news is Darius Garland might play in game 3. From all the reports I'm seeing and everything I'm reading and looking up on, Darius Garland might be back for game 3. So let's say he come back 50%. A 50% Darius Garland is better than 100% Craig Porter Jr. or 35 minutes plus of Max Strus. You know what I mean? We had that game in control. In game 2, all the way in control into the last, minute or so. So the last minute, Donovan Mitchell gassed, everybody else gassed. We lost it, but it's deeper than that. You find comfort from knowing that your soldiers is with you. Darius got to get back. Evan Mobley got to get back. If one or both of them ain't back by game 3, Cavs going home. And that hurts to say. Cavs going home. Now, with that being said, the Cavs could still turn this series around, even without Garland or Mobley. But y'all got to start with Kenny Atkinson. You got to make the right coach calls, and the players got to execute properly in that last 1 minute of the game. We can't be throwing inbound turnovers in the last 1 minute of the game. It ain't going to happen. Fuck. What's going on to y'all out there? What's happening? Cleveland on fire. Cleveland on fire. If you fuck with me, Cleveland on fire. Yeah. Man, Cleveland is on fire for sure. Let's talk about my Cleveland Browns for a hot minute. So the quarterback room in the Cleveland Browns. All my people been asking me as a Browns fan. You know, a lot of my people, they Steelers fans, Bengals fans, Colts, Ravens fans, Cowboys fans, Packers fans, 49ers fans, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, well, what the Browns gonna do this next coming season? And I ain't give a real draft review on what I thought about the draft for the Browns this year, but a lot of holes were fixed. But we're gonna talk about the ones that everybody care about. I'm gonna start running back. Start running back. Where y'all at? If y'all fucking with me, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All that one shit. The channel coming back to life. We about to get Uh, anyway, the running back room, I'm happy. Quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel, Shador. I'll touch on that real quick. I'll go deeper into this topic later on today, but this misconception that Shador can't throw, this misconception that Shador isn't built for this shit needs to stop. That's all I'm gonna say. But Dylan is great. As a Buckeye fan, obviously, you know, he beat us once. I like Dylan Gabriel. However, with that being said, I like Dylan Gabriel, but at the same time, when you look at the body of work, consistency, leadership, with young people say aura, all that, Shador has all that talent. I think Shador has the edge. Dylan Gabriel is not a slouch, though. I'm not saying he's an NFL starting quarterback, but as far as this year's draft class at quarterback, Dylan Gabriel is definitely, to me, he was my 5 in my class. You know, my top 5 was Cam, Shador, Jalen Milroe, Will Howard, and Dylan Gabriel. That was my top 5. I didn't have Jackson Dart going to the Jets at 9. I mean, I know there was a lot of hype around him, but honestly, I really... I don't feel it with Jackson Dart like everybody else does. You know, as a Browns fan, I like to see shitty franchises rise to the top. And even though the Giants got 2 Super Bowls under that Eli Manning era, I still rock with Giants fans. I know what they going through. Jets fans too. But you know what I'm saying? Like you really gotta focus on the quarterback position. The quarterback position is what's gonna hold you together. So if you... Hold on, I'm trying to put it back on my mouth. What's happening? Who out there? What's happening? Let's talk. Who your NFL team? What's your name? Who your NFL team? Hmm? Let's see the 5G tower in the back. That's over my house. Over my house, they got the goddamn 5G tower, but you know what it is. Anyway, I feel like that bitch moved. I've been here with the work the whole time. My bad, y'all. And then my mama called. My mama called. We had to talk about some stuff real quick. Cleveland going up, though. I talked a little bit about my cast, talked about my bro. While I got a second, fuck it, we'll talk about Shador and Dylan. And honestly, the whole quarterback room. I'll give you my predictions. As a true, unbiased, but passionate Browns fan, all right. So we have 5 quarterbacks on roster, essentially. But I'll say 4 because Deshaun, we already know. But, even with that, you know, be easy. You never know. You never know. But whatever that is, it'll be. But you got Joe Flacco. He's your QB1 right now. If the season starts today, Joe Flacco is the one that I would start and run my season with. That's how you pick your starter. Like, let's keep it 100. The season started tomorrow. Who in your quarterback room are you giving snaps to? Are the Titans throwing a starting job to Cam Ward day 1 if the season started tomorrow? Probably not. But that's the beauty of football. Shit changed. So Joe Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. The misconception that he's there for a few media clicks. Like, no, this nigga is going to win the starting job. Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is fighting for that number 2 spot super hard. And really, he's the only other person on this quarterback roster that has a chance to fight for the starting job. He the only one that had a chance to fight for this shit. Like, niggas can act like, and trust me, I'm more a Shedeur corner than anybody else. I've been calling for 3 years for us to pick up Shedeur Sanders. But regardless, by natural selection, Shedeur is number 4. So there's 2 different quarterback battles going on in Cleveland right now. There's a starter and there's the backup / future / year holdover. Because if Arch come out next year, all bets are off. They might crash out to get Arch. Arch Manning could be the Browns quarterback next year. Trust me, mark that shit. I'm not hoping for it. I hope the Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel, one of those 2 are the future of the Cleveland Browns, but that might not be where we at. But yeah, Joe Flacco's your starter to start the season off. We don't know how long he's gonna start. We don't know how good or bad he's gonna be this season. So with that being said, Kenny Pickett, that's your 1A. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, that's your 1B / 1C, whoever. No, I'm rooting for Shedeur. I mean, go watch right now. Do yourself a favor. Go watch, the last 2 years worth of highlights. Not just one season. The last 2 seasons worth of highlights from both Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Do your homework. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that showed me love. Yada, yada, yada. You already know what it is. We're going to be back later.